Bonjour tout le monde, bonne année. Aujourd'hui, on va parler du discours indirect. So you might be familiar with this because it applies in all languages. It's when you go from a direct speech to indirect speech. So let's take an example. Pooja, and Pooja is talking right now. Où sont mes étudiants? Right, so this one we'll know that it's a direct speech because first of all we have the column here, and then we have our quotation mark that we say guillemets en français. Okay, so this is a direct speech. So now what we're learning today is how to transform direct speech into indirect speech, right? So the way I would do that is I am reporting something, right? So Pooja demande où sont ses étudiants, n'est-ce pas? So as you can tell, I've left my mot interrogatif as it is. I've just put it in there, right? We'll see the different scenarios where or how you would go about doing your indirect speech. Next example is est-ce que vous aimez le chocolat? Right? So just picture that a group of men are asking you if you like chocolate, right? So the way you would go about doing this is, again, we know that it's direct speech here because we have our quotation mark. So if we were to change that to indirect, is il me demande si j'aime le chocolat. Remember that a group of guys is asking me being a girl right now, me being by myself, is when I do the transfer, I'll have to make sure that it still is relevant in the context, okay? So just a couple of points. We'll see a lot more example as we go, that the indirect speech does not contain guillemets, right? So if you're reporting, you no longer need our quotation mark. And don't forget to change the pronoun, right? Depending on your indirect speech. All right, so now let's see the 5 scenarios that Cosmopolite gives you. Oops. All right, so the first one is the question with the word interrogatif, right? So we've seen this already with this example, so let's see more examples. So in your discours indirect, you will have to have the introductory, word or verb, I should say, plus the mot interrogatif that you have in your discours direct will be applicable in your discours indirect as well. So let's take an example here. So il is talking. Again, we have a group of guys or a group of guys with one girl, for instance. We'll use il. Quelles sont vos qualités et vos défauts? So they're asking us, what are your qualities and your weaknesses, right? Il nous demande quelles sont nos qualités et nos défauts, right? First of all, we're going to have to notice the lack of quotation mark. Second off, we're saying they're asking us, right? So you're going to have to put the nous there before the verb, followed by your mot interrogatif, which would remain the same, right? So if you have the following mot interrogatif and you can add more to the list, you will keep them as it is, okay? And don't forget, depending on the context, because I can't say il vous demande when it's clear that they're talking to us, okay? Another one, il is talking to me now, okay? Comment sont les Français? So they're asking us a question, how are the French people? So il me demande, right? They're asking me. And because we're going to follow the rule, so after demande, we're going to have the same mot interrogatif as in the direct speech. So, il me demande comment sont les Français. Okay, so there we go. We have the first scenario covered. All right, so second scenario is question fermée, fancy word for basically if your response to the question will be a yes or no answer. So your indirect speech will be demander plus si, okay? And that would be if. Il à moi, right? Them to me, they're asking me the question, est-ce que le français est une langue difficile? Okay, so in your indirect speech, you have to report that, okay? Il me demande, they're asking me si le français est une langue difficile, right? If French is a hard language. So notice that whenever I have est-ce que, this will translate into si in my indirect speech. Vous à moi. Okay, another one. Est-ce que tout va bien? So you're asking me. So, vous me demandez si, right? Notice this. Tout va bien. Point. Okay? It goes without saying that we no longer need the interrogation mark as well. Okay? Or question mark, I should say. Now we have the scenario where we have a question in the direct speech that starts with qu'est-ce que. Okay? So whenever you have your indirect, you should change the qu'est-ce que to ce que. For instance, they're asking us, qu'est-ce que vous faites dans la vie? Again, we're starting with qu'est-ce que. So the way you're going to do it is, ils nous demandent, right? They're asking us, ce qu'on fait dans la vie. Okay? And depending on the context, this is just basically, what was given to us, right? So depending on the context, you could use je fais ou nous faisons, right? Nous faisons. If that person was asking me personally or me as a group. Okay? Let's do another one. Ma mère is asking me, for instance, qu'est-ce que tu manges? Ma mère me demande ce que je mange, right? So remember, for this scenario, for instance, qu'est-ce que je mange? Right? Because it's asking me, she's asking me. Ma mère me demande ce que je mange. Okay? All right, so two more and then we'll be done. The discours indirect for an affirmation. So when you're having in your direct speech an affirmation, right? So you're just having a sentence like this one. It's not basically a question. For affirmations, you'll use either dire as your introductory verb or expliquer, and then followed by your que. Okay? So, presque tous les étudiants, the students, are saying, cette activité est difficile. Okay? So, you're going to start with whoever is saying that. Presque tous les étudiants disent, right? Disent, parce que presque tous les étudiants, c'est ils, que cette activité est difficile. Okay? If you ever have a sentence looking like an affirmation, you will always use the que. Okay? Now, me to the student, I'm telling my students, le français, c'est super utile dans le monde du travail. Now, I'm going to have to translate that as an introductory verb. How do I do that? Je leur explique, leur, remember COI, right? Je leur explique, again, que le français est super utile dans le monde du travail. Okay? Remember, this is an affirmation, so that's why I'm using que. All right, so last one. Discours indirect should contain, or when you're, sorry, I should have mentioned that before. So demande, reproche, invitation, right? So you're asking someone, you're reproaching someone, right? You have something against that person, you're reproaching that person, or you're inviting that person to something. So if you're doing that, your discours indirect should contain the following verbs, okay? Plus de, the preposition de, and then the verb à l'infinitif. For instance, l'examinateur à nous. So the examiner is asking us. Parlez-moi de vous, right? They're asking, they're making a demand. L'examinateur nous demande, right? Examinateur is a he here. Followed by de, followed by the verb in infinitive. And, oh, sorry, I should have said this is the one that I wanted. All right, sorry about that. This is basically nothing. Okay, so to take that again here, so l'examinateur nous demande, they're asking us de parler de nous, right? Because we need to make the context work here, so we're gonna go from vous to nous because he's asking us, okay? Now, this is not very hard to remember because if you already have a conjugated verb here, the verb that follows automatically, whether or not it's separated by a preposition, will always be in infinitive. Okay, let's do this one. On à moi. And the reason why I have it this way is because Cosmopolite only gives you the sentence. So I wanted to make sure that you give, without giving you too much to work with, to have some sort of context, okay? On à moi or nous à moi, a group of people are asking me, tu donnes trop souvent ton avis. Okay, so that looks like a reproach to me, right? Someone is like, okay, you give too much of your opinion, you're too opinionated. Okay, so on me reproche, okay, de donner trop souvent mon avis. Okay, so remember we have the verb that we want, okay, the introductory verb that we want, followed by our famous de, followed by a verb in infinitive, depending on what you used initially in your discours direct. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful to people out there, and voilà, merci et bon courage.